Hello to all. Welcome to the last episode of this webinar series of Mentormatic. Welcome, Andrey.
Thank you, Paris.
And okay, as always, you can find our other webinars we did in our YouTube channel, ALKV Community. And you can ask your questions in the comments while Andrey will present the last part of this webinar series about Mentormatic. Andrey, welcome, and as always, tell us a bit about more about Mentormatic. Maybe somebody is the first time that they are logging in, so they just want to know what the platform is about.
Yeah, sure.
NA Alchemy
Of
also,
course.
of course.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining this final episode of the series of Mentormatic webinars. And as promised, today we will be speaking about how Mentormatic works as a system and how to integrate in your professional practice seamlessly. It's a tool which was built based on my research and practice, plus based on AMCC standards and regulations. One of the tools which we'll be showing today, the Self-Reflection Journal, is built around the self-reflection guidelines designed and implemented by European Mentoring and Coaching Council. So the idea of building Mentormatic was to help mentors coaches, program managers, so
Okay, we lost Andrey, so he's reconnecting.
yeah, yes, I'm here. It was something strange on connection. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, now we just lost you, and I don't know, maybe it was.
Okay, so we just started, so yes, we can do it from the beginning. So as promised, here is the video which is presenting what we come up with and how to work with Mentormatic in a systematic way. So first thing that we did, we streamlined registrations. Now it's three-step way. You just go to this page. If you just pause it for a second. So here is now the same roles, but all the consents are at the same page right now. So this is the terms of service, the privacy policy, and consent to process personal data. I receive quite a lot of questions normally about how private the personal data in our platform. Is it safe to store it? Is it safe to process it? And I came up with the following description based by my conversation with MCC Cyprus, who described it for themselves as if I use Google Meet, if I use Google Disk, at the same level of protection of personal data. That's exactly the case because we use Google Cloud, it's built on Google, and we don't have a single bit of data. So that said, we can continue moving forward. So you just go here. click your consents here, continue with LinkedIn, connect your LinkedIn, your marketing it up to you. Connect LinkedIn, and this is a three steps connection, as I said. And why LinkedIn? It's not because we want to get a necessary amount of information about you. LinkedIn is quite protective about its users. It's because this way of registering minimizes a possibility of getting bots on the platform. So that kind of registration protects you, first of all, from being continuously pummeled by bots offering you some services, goods, or whatever it could be there. So the next thing you will need to do is to choose your tariff plan. And this is effectively that. So here we are. So manager home, and would like to show you how it was, what changed here. Today, you send the invitation to a member who already registered on the platform, as we see before. What is changing very soon, probably kind of within the next week, we will be doing the magic link invitations, as we call it. So from the same page, or rather from the program page, you will be able to invite anybody who is not on the platform yet in the role you want them to be. And they will just go through to the registration process and go right there. So instead of three-step or four-step process as it is now, which we've been advised is suboptimal, you will have two-stage process. You invite, people accept, they are in your program. As easy as that. So on the end of MNT, you can see it like that. You get this invitation, you accept the invitation, and effectively you are there. You are ready to go with it. So why is it useful for mentee, same as for you? Because we already embedded assessments in the platform. It's both psychosocial assessments and professional assessments. So it combines hard knowledge, hard skills, and soft skills. The first level of assessment is a big five psychosocial one, and it's embedded in the platform like that. So you go here, you click on the test, start assessment. It's 120 questions, but it's very fast. It goes like this, as you see. And it takes 10, 12 minutes maximum. So after that, when you complete it, your mentee or your coachee will have it in their profile. Just go to the Big Five report in their profile, and you can see a personality overview here. So this is the extent of this analysis. We use it for matchmaking, and the first version of matchmaking is already deployed. I'll show how it works. So if we pause for a minute, you see effectively 5 personality traits, the most important ones here, with all the facets down below. Same thing is for mentors and coaches. To do the matchmaking, you obviously need to be assessed as well. So you do it from your own page, and then you have your own profile. And then our platform helps you in identifying the best fitting mentees for you if you are in the program, or help you understand your mentees and coachees if you are an individual practitioner. Another thing is professional assessment. We built it, and it works like that. Now we present it as an accounting. So while we were going through, the idea is it's completely automated, 100% run on AI, built by us, trained by us. So this tool, this platform can be trained to do anything. So we are totally open to build those tests and assessments for you based on the knowledge base that you will provide. This one we built effectively on a textbook. We fed it to the system. We fine-tuned it manually. And now it builds itself the questions, builds itself a test of a different kind, as you see. That's why we embedded it in the bot, because it's more as a conversation than a multiple choice or something. You see, we have some open questions here, which you need to calculate, find an answer, type an answer. The same answer will be processed by AI. The difficult part was, as I already told a few times, to build an engine. The easier part is to train the same engine for different kind of subjects, different kind of themes, and obviously a number of questions could be the number that you want. You want 100, you'll get 100. That's not effectively a problem. The beauty of that is that it's zero human intervention. Since the model is deployed, you don't prepare the questions, you don't grade the questions, and you are reasonably certain that the grading and the questions are really good because they're based on top-tier knowledge and assessed by a trained AI model. So as you see, I was preparing that today myself. I was preparing that with the open answers so that you see how the model processes that. So now when I answer what gross margin is, which was, I thought, a good, easy question, still I got 90%, not 100. It gives you a very detailed feedback of what went right, what went wrong. So as you see, here is your grading, here is your explanation, and you can see what went wrong. Okay, I'll give here a wrong number so that we see what happens when the number is wrong. So they provide you the formula, they provide explanation what's not so good about it. Here it will say, okay, it's a passing grade, but you need to kind of add some more details into this. Same story here. We have 200% grades, which were about hard numbers. And this is effectively how you test your mentees, your coachees on core knowledge they need to have without doing effectively nothing other than looking for the report. And the report looks like that. It's in the profile of your mentee or coachee. You go here and you see the evaluations. You see the feedback, you see the areas for development and recommendations. You can accept them, modify them, do whatever you want, but that saves you, as you can guess, quite a lot of time. So going back to the manager view after we tested and assessed our mentee, now we need to find the best fitting mentor or coach for the mentee or coachee. And that's when those profiles are getting merged together. First of all, there is an license assignment which you need to do. But here, you can, when you try to switch a mentor, you have hints what are the compatibility scores and why. You have reasons for compatibility here. That's the first version of the tool. We will be adding further ones. Namely, we will add into the matchmaking the competency score in terms of professional knowledge, the competency score about mentors being self-tested with their hard knowledge, and validating that through the mentees and coachees feedback. But that will be growing going forward. And on top of that, we will let you find mentors and coaches for programs inside our communities, those who are not in your programs yet, based on the same score of compatibility. So if you find somebody better than the mentors in your coaches in your program, based on compatibility score, you can just chat with them in the platform, inviting them to the program. That's our kind of an end game for this feature. So if we go back to how a mentor operates, we can see here what we have on the mentor side. Okay, take a look at the mentee. So that assessment appears here. So even if you don't have any hints or you don't want those hints, you can read it through, you can understand quite nicely whom you're speaking with, and that's always at the tips of your fingers. You don't need to go around, you don't need to do it in some other place. Everything is embedded into your main tool that you use. So next one is self-reflection journal, which is built based on our proprietary algorithm. So let me speak about that a little more. So you see it, if you've been at the previous sessions, you probably see it changed for the better. So now we analyze the speech. We have session emotional arc with timestamps here, so you can analyze, okay, you see Enderman drop down at this point in time. You can go to the transcript and check what happened and why the sentiment dropped. That's a technical glitch because talk listen ratio, quite a simple task. Normally it calculates, but not this time. We will address it by next week. I think it will be working flawlessly here. And then you see this self-reflection, 8 competences by MCC. If you're happy, you can mark it as green. When you read it and edit it, that if you still want to work on it, you can mark it as yellow, save it, and then you have your self-reflection journal entry. Great for credentialing and great for your enhancing your own practice. So in the notes, that's the notes for your call, and this is effectively what the recording of your call is preparing for you. Okay, you just put it here, edit that as you see fit, and you can assign it to the program, you can assign it to the session, you can tag your mentee, your coach, you can share it with manager, mentor, and the mentee himself or herself. And you can obviously share several versions of the same note. Let me stop here to explain it. If you have different content to share, for example, you don't want to give your mentee or coachee, kind of discourage them with the feedback, you want to kind of work on that before, but you want program manager to know about that. Okay, prepare 2 notes, share it separately with mentee and with the program manager. The system perfectly allows that. Next thing is the action plan, or you can actually, first you can get to the session insights, not only from the journal, but from the session. And you see the same content here. And to the notes, you can get from the notes or from the session. So like you have 2 entry points to the same content, depending what works better for you. And finally, you can build your action plan based on the same content of the call. But another thing about the plan is, I will repeat again what I was saying before. What we're building now is that based on those self-reflection journal entries, we will analyze area for development and put them into plan, something as immediate actions, some as long-term development plans. Again, as a suggestion, you are free to edit because you are the master of the tool. AI is just your helper. And second step is actionable plan, where for each action you will have kind of opportunities and options what to do, like read an article, read a book, listen to a recording, go to a webinar, whatever we will suggest you. So, and you will be free to choose what activity you want to pursue to complement your professional development plan. Billing, another feature we recently deployed. So we work with Stripe. You can connect your Stripe and start billing your coaches and mentees if you are in a paid program directly here, and you will be able to invoice them, bill them, collect payments, and it's also in the same program now. So you will hardly ever forget that somebody owes you something. Finally, in the KPI tracker that we would like to show you again, you always can use those KPIs to track progress of your mentees or coaches. We will continue enhancing that based on the feedback. One of the feedback was that we need to be able to give them more than 100%. If they kind of been tasked of speaking with 5 clients and they spoke with 7, you will have 140% performance, and that's okay. So that's an easy one. We will do it soon. So our message is the following. You can start, and probably you should start, using Mentormatic in your practice in a non-intrusive way. What do we mean by that is the following. The message is that you can record a session with your client and then upload it to Mentormatic, to the self-reflection tool, which I was showing to you already many times, and to see if this self-reflection actually makes sense for you. If you believe that it enhances your practice, enhances your understanding of yourself, enhances understanding of your client, then probably the whole tool kind of makes sense. Then you can, and the practical hint is that you use yourself as mentee for your records at this stage. You can register yourself as a mentee and then tag yourself as a mentee, just having in the note who the client was. If you decide to work with this client in the platform later on, you just retag the node to this Mentee or coachee, and that's it. It's as easy as that. So this person registers on the platform, and you retag the nodes to this person. So I'm not lost. You don't need to do it once again. It will stay here. So next, you can start using it for your node keeping, CPD planning, your KPIs, whatever works for you. And when you're comfortable with the tool, you can invite your clients to do the assessments so understand them better, start sharing notes, chatting with them in Mentormatic. And next thing, it's the same for me. You use it every day and love it. So this is the message for today about systematic approach to using Mentormatic, how it works as a system, and maybe quite important hint, how to start using that without changing anything in your practice. Reiterating the privacy concerns, your client already gave you a permission to record your session and process the session if you can record the session. Then, when you process tool in Mentormatic, it's the same as if you will be watching that simply with your eyes on Google Drive and writing by hand the notes to the meeting or whatever you plan to do. It's in the same place with the same level of protection and security for a client. And our AI model, because it's a corporate model, it's strictly prohibited for this model to use these tools or data, to use this data in training the model further for public. It's not like that. Data stays within the platform. They don't leave it. And our AI team looks at that 24/7. Those data stay inside and never leave the platform. All data of you and your customers will be deleted as well. So effectively, this is the message that I wanted to convey, and I'll be happy to take questions. And if I didn't cover anything about the system and how Mentormatic works systematically for you, for your practice, please let me know. I'll be happy to adjust my conversation and answer those questions.
Sure, great. And also have an offering. You want to test the Mentormatic? It's a 2 months free trial, 2M free. You can use the code 2M free. So you can use it. Contact us if you have any questions or send us a message through the website, through the contact form that we have in the website that Mentormatic has. If you have any questions right now, just let them know. If not, thank you for watching or listening.
Yes, and again, feel free to approach me on LinkedIn, ask me questions directly. That's my favorite channel for communication. You can approach me, you can chat with us on Mentormatic LinkedIn page, you can reach out to us through Mentormatic webpage, whatever works better for you. We are happy to hear from you and hope that you will enjoy using it.
Great. Okay, we don't have any questions, so thank you for today.
Yes, thank you for watching.